The first Ōkami was one of those classic games that used a distinct art style and gameplay mechanics that blended perfectly to form one of the most iconic games that continues to hold up to this day. The first Ōkami was released in North America in September of 2006, and it was originally only released for the PlayStation 2, but was later ported by Ready at Dawn in 2008, who we mentioned in our Order 1886 video. Even after that, Ōkami was given an HD re-release and released for the PlayStation 3 and 4, the Xbox One, PC, and now even the Nintendo Switch. It's been 14 years since the original game was released, and there still isn't any consistent news coming out about a sequel. So I thought I would go through everything we know so far and try to answer the question, where is Ōkami 2? As always, all the sources will be linked down below if still available, so be sure to support those outlets. Also, the logo itself is from someone in the community, so I'll link that original source down there below, so check that out. Be sure to support everyone. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Fonct2, and with that, let's get right into it. So let me also give a quick recap on the studio changes that happened after the original Ōkami was released. Ōkami was developed by Clover Studios, and the studio was shut down by Capcom in 2006, and fans thought that would be the end of the series and all these beloved franchises. But then in 2007, key members from Clover Studios came together to form Seeds Incorporation and began developing new games. Then later in 2007, they actually merged with ODD Incorporated and formed Platinum Games, which is still around today and has become a very popular developer. And now, when we talk about Ōkami and the news we have so far, that's why it's important when I mention Platinum Games in interviews and why hopefully they will be the ones responsible for an Ōkami 2. So all of it will make more sense as we get more into the news. So let's start all the way back in 2016. Rumors started to circulate that a new Ōkami was in the works. The original interview was from Game Central and then was transcribed and kept by Metro UK. The interview was with the co-founder of Platinum Games, with Hideki Kamiya, and the interview started with discussing Bayonetta 3, and the future of Ōkami was naturally brought up. In reference to Bayonetta 2, Game Central said, quote, "I don't think it should end at 2. Have you spoken to any publishers yet?" Hideki said, "No, but I've spent a lot of time thinking in my head what that game would be. I've got ideas in my head for Ōkami 2 as well." A Microsoft PR woman actually jumps in and says, "What?" And the Platinum PR woman says as well, "I did not know that either." Game Central says, "What are you doing teasing us like that?" And Hideki says, "We've got other scale bounds in our head too." And Game Central said, "Now that you said that, Platinum better not go bust before you make all those." Hideki laughs and says, "Exactly, we're not allowed to go out of business." So even in 2016, Hideki knew that he wanted to work on Ōkami 2 and just these games in general. Since then, now we know that Bayonetta 3 is in development, and it was unfortunate what happened to Scalebound, but hopefully early stages of Ōkami are being worked on, and it's really funny that even the Platinum Games PR woman did not know what he was going to say. Then we didn't hear anything else about the game until 2019 in the month of October. We got big confirmation from Ōkami Nakamura, who's a very popular video game concept artist. She worked on the original Ōkami on background production, then went on to work on the first Bayonetta and The Evil Within. But in October, she made a tweet saying, quote, "Ōkami is going to be back. We want to make Ōkami sequel and fans are looking forward to it too. You guys want to see Kamiya's Ōkami again, right everyone? I want to work on it too." And then she also posted this video where she is with the director of the original Ōkami, Hideki, who we mentioned before. And if you look in the background, you can see they're standing in front of the Platinum Games logo.
Ōkami is going to be back.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
Now, it's still not clear if Kumi has actually been hired at Platinum Games. She previously, before this tweet was made, worked at Tango Games. She left Tango Games in September, 1 month before this tweet was posted, so it's definitely possible that she is returning and reuniting with some of the old crew members to work on a sequel to this game. She then made a follow-up tweet saying, quote, "I want to see simply great games and games that gamers want to be played be developed. I don't understand budgets and politics. I just want to continue to be a creator that can say that great things are great. Ōkami is one of those that have the power to overcome all of that." So it looks like they're definitely wanting fans to pressure Capcom into funding an Ōkami sequel, and it looks like this attempt is hopefully successful. At least on Twitter, it got a lot of favorites and a lot of traction. Games Radar actually reached out to Capcom for a comment, and all they said is, quote, "Capcom has made no announcements." It's not too surprising they say that. That's what the publishers have to say, and they don't want to announce anything too early. So we definitely will just have to wait and see. Adding on to that, Hideki also made a tweet on his own Twitter saying, quote, "Ōkami will be back someday, I believe," which is also reassuring that he's really just trying to pressure and get the word out there to kind of manifest this happening. Now, the reason they are waiting on Capcom is because all said and done, Capcom still holds the rights for Ōkami. So Platinum Games would either have to buy and acquire the rights to make Ōkami 2 or develop the game through Capcom. So at the end of the day, as I said, it really comes down to what Capcom wants to do, and fans and developers just pressuring them into letting them make this game if fans want it enough. Now, Capcom, since the original release, has done a lot of remasters and re-releases of the original Ōkami, so there still must be a market for the series, and I hope it is enough for the series to come back. And the last thing I want to say is Ōkami 2 actually already almost happened. Did You Know Gaming has a great video on the topic, so you guys can go check that out and see what could have been, and it should make you really excited for the future, hearing about how that almost happened one more time. I tried to avoid that for this video and wanted to only cover the recent stuff, but go check out their video, it's really cool. And that answers everything we know about where is Ōkami 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and share this video, subscribe for weekly gaming news, and I will see you guys in the next one.